Okay, so third time's the charm, I hope. We'll see. This is craziness. Okay, so hopefully this is going to work. Um, this was going to be just a class, and it wasn't, I could not connect with my people. So let's see if this is going to work this way. So hopefully. So today we're actually going to be doing a kit together, and we're going to be doing the well, I'm going to be doing the Nature's Painting kit, but whoever registered for the kit together can do whichever kit that they like. It was just an opportunity for us to get together and just work together. Oh, hi Doreen, you made it. Okay, good. So that's something. And so I'm going to be doing this kit, and this is a watercolor kit that just came out with Stampin' Up, and it is adorable. Now, I'm not the greatest watercolorer. I'm not the greatest colorer, that's for darn sure. But let me go down to my desk. I'm not going to chit chat today. I'm so frustrated with YouTube and my software here. I'm ready to spit nails. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig in. And I'm going to turn off that so that we have more room. And I'm going to put, oops, this up in the corner so that I have more room. Like that. And fit that. There. I think we're good. I guess. We'll see. I think we're okay. All right. So I'll put on a light. Yeah, this has been a very frustrating half an hour. Almost half an hour, 25 minutes of trying to get this to come together. So this kit consists of this book of designs and these watercolor pencils, as well as a little paintbrush that you fill with water. You can see that I've put water in here. And these brushes are fabulous. So you just squeeze out. Oh, you know what I forgot to get is some paper towels. So I will grab a microfiber cloth because I don't know where my paper towel is right now. I think could be in another room because I work all over the basement, so it could be anywhere. So this has water in it. Now these screw backwards. Like when you go to open it, like if you were to do righty-tighty and lefty-loosey, it doesn't work. It's the opposite. So it goes this way to undo the bottom. So it's righty-loosey instead of righty-tighty, okay? And then to put it on, you just screw the other way. And then you can just keep water in there and put your lid on and just save it for the next time. So, and then these are the watercolor pencils that came in the kit. And we have, how many are there? 3, 6, 8. 8 watercolors. And we have Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Flirty Flamingo, Real Red, Berry Burst, Early Espresso, Garden Green, and Coastal Cabana. Now they also are available like to buy separate from this kit. And I have many of the watercolor pencils already. And I just keep them in these little stamp containers that you can buy. They come four in a pack. I use these for all kinds of things. I put my embellishments in them. I keep, what do you call it, ephemera packs in them. Really handy. So there's lots of colors available. And now I have more, which is great because sometimes, you know, I'm coloring with someone else and then I have tons of crayons. But because I have all of these colors, I'm just going to use the ones that I have and save these because I might use these as a gift for someone. So let me grab so what colors did I say? Daffodil Delight, Pumpkin Pie, Flirty Flamingo might be over here. Yep, Flirty Flamingo. Red. Now it just says real red. It doesn't say cherry. It doesn't say real red on these ones, but this one says real red. And then I have Berry Burst. Now I know for a fact that I don't have Berry Burst. So if I decide that I want it, I will open the package. But and then also I need, what else do I have in here? Early Espresso. Is that Early Espresso? Looks like it. Yeah. Early Espresso, Garden Green. This is a different green than I have. Oh, what's this one? Maybe this is Garden Green. Yeah, Garden Green and Coastal Cabana. I don't have Coastal Cabana, but I do have Bermuda Bay. Oh, yeah, Coastal Cabana I do have. So these are the ones that are in the kit. So put these aside, and I can use them if I decide to use them later. And then, so for our coloring cards, look at this. Woo! Look at them. I don't think there's any actual instructions, but let's take that. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. So, but look in here. Look at that. Oh, wow. And this feels like it's on, it's a heavier card. It feels like it might be watercolor paper. Oh, I can't wait to use this. So pretty. So we have two of these ones. There's quite a glare. Let me see if this helps a bit. So we have two of these. Look at this. Oh, gorgeous. And we have like a frame. These look like blueberries. Blueberries. So there's two of each design. Poppies. That's really pretty. And this is like ferns. And I'm going to assume that's a dandelion. I don't know. Or one of those. Do you ever see those big purple? They look like a giant dandelion, but they're purple. One of our neighbors has those. They're so pretty. Here's some foliage. Sunflowers. That's not a sunflower. What is that? I do not know my flowers. I have no idea what that is, but it's pretty. Big fluffy thing, whatever it is. These are pretty. My neighbor could probably tell you what these are. She's a real flower lady. So these are sunflowers. Then we have some autumn foliage. That's really pretty. Now, again, I'm not much of a colorer. If you've ever watched Jay Soriano, who is a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the UK, he is an amazing color artist. If you ever just go on YouTube and look up Jay Soriano, he is amazing. So these are, looks like maple keys, may or may not be, but it looks like that to me. And then, oh, look at that, poinsettia with some holly. There's a couple of those. And then there's some blank ones that you can stamp your own design. So if you're going to stamp your own design, you really need to use like an alcohol-based ink like StazOn. Because if you use a water-based ink and then you use watercolor with the water-based ink, it's going to smear. So you need an alcohol-based ink of some kind or an archival ink. So I will show later how to stamp on a design using this ink. And then we also sell watercolor paper, the Fluid 100 watercolor paper, which is really, really nice watercolor paper. So, all right, so let's look at this. So here they have some ideas of how to color the different pieces. And I think I'm going to do the poinsettia since it is coming up to Christmas. That's really pretty. Really, really pretty. So why don't we go ahead and pull that out. So we'll pull out one of these. This is really thick cardstock. Wow. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to need a little cloth to clean my to clean my brush on. So I just have a little microfiber cloth here because I'm going to want to clean my brush in between colors because you don't want to transfer one color to another color. And I just have it sitting on my little silicone mat here. This silicone mat comes with the glass mat as part of the package for that. So I have my watercolor pen, my blender pen, and it's full of water. And it doesn't need to be warm water, it's just like water. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my garden green and I'm going to just start coloring. Let me zoom in a smidge. There. So I'm just going to start coloring. So I'm going to go down here like this. And I'm just going to lightly color like that. And then you take your watercolor pen and you just make sure that you're, oops, I'm dripping water all over the place, that you do have water. And then I'm just going to very lightly do some watercoloring. So you can see how the color just kind of melts into the water and then you get this watercolor look. Now this isn't like we're working with alcohol ink where you need to do your blending like pretty soon after you if you want to do your blending with the alcohol inks, you don't need to do it quickly. You can color all of your colors and then do your watercoloring. But I just wanted to show you, isn't that pretty? And then if you wanted to, you could go in with, like, say, the Bermuda Bay and just do like a little bit of shading with the Bermuda Bay. Is that Bermuda? Coastal Cabana, sorry. I don't know why I said Bermuda Bay. Just to give it a little bit of extra color. There. Isn't that pretty? Love it. So I'm going to go ahead and color. And when I do the replay on this, I probably will just speed this up. Only because it's kind of like watching paint dry, right? So you'll notice I'm not going right to the edge because I'm going to do that when I bring in the water. So I'm just going to go ahead and do some quick coloring here. And I'm just, yeah, you don't need a lot of color. I'm just kind of filling it in. Oh, I almost colored the poinsettia green. I haven't got a poinsettia yet this year. Mind you, it isn't even December yet, but I usually get them towards the end of November. But my husband saved the bulb. We have an amaryllis that we got last year as a gift. And he saved the bulb and started watering it the other day. And it went from like a ½ an inch tall to, it's probably a good 6 inches right now. It just bloomed like crazy. So I can't wait to see for it to start like blooming. We had, it's red and white, this particular amaryllis. And last year it had 2 giant stalks with 4 big blooms coming out at the top of each of these big stalks. It was just stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really pretty. We had a lovely little visitor in our yard yesterday. We had the most beautiful fox. We see foxes, I wouldn't say frequently, but when we first moved here, we've been here for 15 years, and when we first moved here, you could set your clock at 6 o'clock every evening. There would be a family of foxes. We live on a golf course, and the family of foxes, all the little ones and the mom, I'm assuming it was the mother, would be right on the golf course uh, at 6 o'clock every night, catching bugs and little critters and whatever, but every single evening. And so we saw them for a couple of years, and then suddenly we didn't see them anymore. So I'm like, my husband's guess, and he's probably right, was that there weren't any more little rabbits or whatever. And then in the last couple of years, our rabbit population has really jumped. And then when we saw this guy yesterday, I put a video actually on my personal Facebook page. He was the epitome of health, this fox. And I know it was a male because he marked his territory like any other dog type animal would on our bird feeder. But just stunning, stunning. His tail was magnificent. What a beauty. I saw him running on the golf course this morning, and of course I had my phone all ready to do another video, but he didn't come down towards our house, which was just as well because one of my cats was outside. But oh, you got to see how beautiful he was just to believe it, because I in all the years that we've lived here and have seen foxes, I don't think I've ever seen one that beautiful. He was absolutely stunning. Okay, oh, a little bit more over here. And I'm just going to put a little bit of Coastal Cabana in here too to give it a little bit of depth. Just a little bit of blue. There. So if you're just joining us, pop in and say hello and let us know where you're watching from. I can't believe how much trouble I have with technology. I swear, we're not friends at all. Don't know why. I used to be quite computer literate. I used to be a little bit of a geek, but as I got older and kind of got away from, you know, computer work and stuff like that, having had my store and things, I really didn't get involved in any of the computer stuff. My husband did it all. And so now I'm absolutely like a babe in the woods. I don't know anything about it. And I managed to successfully go live like regularly a few times, and it worked pretty well. But for some reason, I could not get this other thing to work, this link to work this morning, and I don't know why. So I do apologize for that. But the benefit is everybody else gets to watch instead of just the people that were registered for the class. So, and I don't think that they're all watching either. So I'm not 100% sure. I did send an email with a new information, but I don't know. I do apologize. Okay, so now that I've got my green coloring done, I'm going to go ahead and just make sure my brush part is wet. And then I'm just going to lightly go in with my brush and just move that color around a little bit. This is so pretty. Oops. So your brush will pick up color, and it may even stain your brush a little bit if you're using reds or purples or something. But as long as when you wipe it on a paper towel and the liquid is running clear, you're not going to transfer any color. So it's just like our stamps, you know, they collect color, especially the reds and such, but if they're well cleaned, that color is not going to transfer to an ink pad that's lighter, for instance, or onto your design. Oh, look at how pretty this is. Oops, made a boo-boo there. That's all right. It is watercolor after all. So pretty. So half Doreen is over in the other room visiting for our monthly, oh my goodness, look at the mess I'm making, for our monthly craft weekend. And she chose to do a different kit than I'm doing, which is what a kit together is all about. You choose the kit that you like, and then you just spend the time with us to do the, you know, to spend time with someone else, even if you're not in the same room, creating and having fun. So if you're just joining us, please say hello and say where you're watching from. This is so cute. Oh, look at that. I'm glad I put the Bermuda Bay in there. It looks really pretty. Really nice. My allergies are wreaking havoc on me these days. Don't know why. But I've been coughing up a storm today. Oh, this is so cute. So you don't want to saturate your paper. This isn't actually watercolor paper, I don't think. It is just like a heavier cardstock. So obviously you don't want to saturate it because you know, water and paper, it's going to blister. You just need enough water to move the color around. This is really, really pretty. I just noticed I missed a spot. There we go. So when your brush starts to get a little bit dry, you just give it a little squeeze. And a drop of water will go down the brush. But again, you don't want to saturate your paper. Gorgeous. Right, this one could use a little more color. Yeah, that looks pretty. Now I'm excited. I want to go out and buy a poinsettia. How many people have their Christmas trees up? so far. It's, what's the date today? The 30th. We don't have ours up. We typically put ours up after December the 1st. And I've been spending a lot of time with the grandkids. My daughter's been traveling a lot this month. I really haven't been home very many days, to be honest. So any Christmas decorating will have to wait until I'm away again next week. So maybe when I get back, we'll put our tree up and start decorating a little bit. It's kind of not my husband's jam, so you only do 2 trees, Doreen? I only do 1. I remember a day when you were doing your photography, you had, oh my God, how many trees did you have? Many, many, many trees. I was at a friend's fabric shop the other day and she had a white tree with pink baubles on it. It was so pretty. Really feminine, really pretty. Oh, I'm loving this. Last year you had 9. 9? Holy Dinah. It's a lot of trees, Doreen. How come you had 9? Oh, you did the Santa photos, didn't you, last year, if I recall? Doreen's cousin and her partner do Santa and Mrs. Claus each year. He looks like a Santa, and her cousin is Mrs. Santa. They actually look really great. Wow, look at that. I love it. Really pretty. If you wanted a little bit more depth too, you could add some more of the Bermuda Bay. I think that's pretty good. I think I'm going to leave it and maybe move on to the pink and the red. But I'm going to just clean my brush until the water is clear. And the water is clear, but you'll see, I don't know if you can see, the tip of my brush has a little bit of green on it, but it's not transferring. So I'm not worried about it at all. So next I'm going to take my red and my pink. And how am I going to do this? I think I'll do, is this one red? Real red. So I'm going to do red in the middle of the, what do you call these? Petals. And then pink on the outsides. So I'm going to go red down the middle. Like this. And pink, maybe on the outsides. So this pink is Flirty Flamingo. So I'll just do some pink on the outside like this. And I'm not pressing hard, I'm just getting color. I don't want to damage the paper in any way. I'm just doing a little bit of color. Thanks, Doreen. So let's see what that's going to look like. I'm going to add a little bit of water to my brush. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty. And so I'm just, where the red was a little heavier, I'm just adding a bit more water to get it to blend out. What do you think? I love it. Love it. Now again, coloring is not my jam, but not bad. Oh, that's so cute. Doreen's just showing me her kit.
Made a third pocket envelope.
Oh, just by taking the measurements?
Yeah, I traced it and then I cut it out.
Very cute. Do you want to come and show it? What's the name of that one again? I can't remember.
Hang on, I'll get the box.
So this is the kit that Doreen did. Let me zoom out a little. Is this for your home office or? Yeah.
Celebrate today.
Oh, it's called Celebrate Today, and it's got all these little pockets and things. And she made a seasonal pocket out of some what do you call this? Designer paper. And then it comes with like stickers and these magnetic little clips.
And I changed the paper.
And yeah, you changed the paper.
Yeah. I like the water look of that paper.
Yeah. My friend Jennifer uses one of these with, she's put like washi tape in an X, and she uses this to put her dies on when she's working. Or if we, like sometimes I'll go over there and craft with her for a class or something, and she has the dies for that particular class are on this because it's magnetic. Very cute. Nicely done.
Thank you.
Do you want a watercolor?
Sure.
Oh, here. Pick a flower. Pick a flower. Any flower. And then I have water brushes here.
Okay. Here's the book.
And here are the pencils. If you need to open this, go right ahead. It's fine.
That'll be okay.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do some more of these petals. Use whatever. If you want to do the other poinsettia, that's fine too. It's at the back.
No, I'm just looking.
Okay. So I'm going to do all the red, I think, and then go in with the pink a little bit lighter on the sides.
It's nice heavy paper.
It's really heavy, yeah. But it doesn't feel like watercolor paper because watercolor paper tends to be sort of more textury, but this isn't.
Could be a different type.
But I wonder if it's just like heavy, like
I know my art book.
The extra heavy cardstock.
You know when I do the mandalas?
Yeah.
The paper's like this.
Is it?
And it says watercolor.
Oh, okay.
Could be more of a pressed watercolor paper.
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind the texture of watercolor paper though.
No, that adds a beautiful dimension to it.
Yeah. I'm going to try something different on some of these leaves and see what I think.
Oh, they even got blank pages for you.
I know. I'm going to try one later with a floral.
I think I'm going to cheat and do the front one because I've got a map.
Well, this has some, you can borrow this too if you want. It's got all the...
I got the front cover here, I'm okay.
Okay. Doreen will show me up for sure. She's very, very artistic.
I'm an artsy-fartsy person.
She is totally artsy-fartsy.
But I can't rip shit out of books. I mean, so sorry. Bye.
Bye. What a banana.
Bloopers.
Bloopers, yeah.
Maybe the watercolor pen. Oh, here they are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh boy, oh boy. I can't believe that 2024 is nearly over. I feel like sometimes I feel like a hamster on a wheel. I look up and it's like a whole new month. Not sure. It makes me crazy. I'm kind of laughing to myself because I think if Jay Soriano was coloring this, he wouldn't use just 2 colors. He would use like 20. He is the best colorer. Oh, I'm telling you. So again, I'm using Real Red and Flirty Flamingo. But I mean, obviously you can use whatever colors you feel like. So pretty. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here, but it's really cold and really windy. The wind this morning was actually whistling through, like, we have like sliding patio doors on our sunroom, and the wind was actually like whistling through. It was, and it's really cold. It's like 0, which is, well, it was actually minus point something, so just below freezing. And my one cat went to go outside and she was like, yep, nope, that's not happening. She just shook her feet and turned around and went and laid by the fireplace in the living room. So you can see by this, you don't have to be a coloring genius to be able to color a leaf, because trust me, I'm not. If this had a layering stencil, I'd be all over it. But I'm enjoying this. This is kind of relaxing you. It's kind of like distracting, you know what I mean? Add a little water. So we'll go ahead and do some of these leaves. And I'm not going right to okay, almost done. It's kind of like watching paint dry, right? I shouldn't be squeezing as I'm doing this because I'm going to end up with a big puddle. There, I'll just add a little bit of water. There. Very, very cute. And I'm just going to go in a little bit with the early espresso. There are some branches here, so I'm just going to color in the branches. And just add a little bit of water to that. There. Relatively painless. There we have it. Super cute. Just going to clean my brush here. Never put your brushes away dirty, because then you'll go to use it and it'll be dirty and you'll go, oh no, what a mess. There, super cute. I'm going to let this dry for a couple of minutes and then I'm going to trim it down and make a card out of it. Okay, so back to our card. It looks like it's dried quite nicely. So I'm going to trim it. What do I do with my trimmer? I'm going to trim it down to 3 3/4 by 5. Currently, it is 4.5 by, so 4.5 by 6. So I can take off, let's see, I'm going to start with 1/4 of an inch all the way around. This isn't an A2 card, it's a little bit bigger, but I do want to, I only do A2 cards usually. Not for any particular reason other than that's the size of envelopes that I have. So I want this to end up at 3 3/4, so I'm going to end up cutting off part of the poinsettia, and I'm okay with that. 3 3/4. So if I go here, so I'm just trimming off a little bit on all 4 sides to make this the size that I need it to be. Three and 3/4. Yeah, that's really going to cut that off. So let me, maybe I'll do it 3 7/8. By, how big is this now? So if I get down to 5 1/8, I'll be happy with that. I'm gonna have to cut off part of the flower, but that's okay. 5 1/8. Oof, that's really cutting it close. I think. Oops. Yeah, this is still over 5 1/4. A little bit more. I want to end up at 5 1/8. I was going to go down to 5, but I think that's really going to be cutting off my poinsettia. So I am at 5 1/8, and there should be 3 7/8. I should be at. Yep. Okay, I can live with that. So then for my basic black, I want a piece that is. What do I want? 4 by 5 1/4. So I have some black cardstock here, and I'm going to trim this down to 4 by 5 1/4. Yeah, 4 by 5 1/4. And that will give me just the smidgenest little border like that. It's a very fine little border, but it works. Just to break it up, right? So that works. And I need a card base in basic white thick. So for my card base, I'm going to score this on the shorts on the 8 1/2 inch side at 4 1/4 and cut it at 5 1/2. So let me go ahead and fold this. Now this isn't thick basic white, this is just basic white. My thick basic white is over there and I'm too lazy to get up, but this will work, it's fine. So let's mount this onto here. I just had a bottle of glue. What did I do with it? Oh, I'll use this. I've been taking my stuff to different places, so everything's all over the place. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this onto the basic black. And the beauty of the liquid glue is that if I have to move it around to make it fit, I can. There. Now I'm going to hold this because the paper did curl a little bit from using, water on it. So I'm going to flip it over and put a block on it just to hold it down for a sec. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to go grab a piece of the thick basic white because I like it better. Okay, and I'll take my trimmer, do the same thing. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. And cut it at 5 1/2. Okay, that should be okay. So I have my bone folder here. And I'm just going to take my trimmer and I'm going to pop all my corners against the ridge of the trimmer. And that will force those edges to go together to make sure that I get a perfectly square card base. But sometimes, you know, when you just fold it over, it doesn't always sit nice. There. Look at that. I love it. Should we do it this way or this way or this way? Well, I don't know. I think this way. Let's do it this way. All right, so we'll go ahead and glue that onto here. Like that. And then just make sure it's centered. And again, using the liquid glue, I can maneuver it if I need to get it to sit flat. So I'm going to pop that on there for now. And now I have to think of a greeting of some kind. So what will we do? I think I'm going to do something in black. I just think that's so pretty, but I'm tempted to put Wink of Stella. You know me, I put Wink of Stella on everything. So let me grab a Wink of Stella here. Just because I can. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Wink of Stella. I'm not going to go crazy.
It's not a Lisa card till you have a wink or glint on it.
That's right. Doreen just said it's not a Lisa's card if it doesn't have Wink of Stella. Or what was the other? Glimmer.
Glimmer.
Some kind of bling. I do like my bling. And I'm not heavy-handed with it. I'm just making sure that there's like Wink of Stella highlights on the poinsettias. Aren't they pretty? So I'm basically just going down the center of each of the petals. I'm not heavy-handed at all. I'm just giving a little bit of highlight. I'll do these ones. I love this kit. Oh, I can't wait to do the other ones. Doreen, did you put Wink of Stella on yours?
No, I didn't. I forgot.
She forgot. She forgot.
I failed the Lisa class.
Oh, you're fired. I'm just wondering if the Wink of Stella is picking up color. It is. So that's another thing you need to be careful of. Like when I was doing the red, I went straight to the green without cleaning my brush, because now that I've done the green, watch. See that? It transfers the color. So you do want to be careful about that, because it will. And we all know that red and green make brown, so you don't want to end up with mud. There. Oops, forgot these guys. They're absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay, so that's that part of the card. Now I need a sentiment. Nothing on my desk is Christmas, so let me grab. All right, so I have my embossing, what's it called? Embossing Essentials, I think, kit. I forget what it's called, to be honest with you. It's in the online store, though, if you're interested in it. So one thing you do need to do for sure is to use your embossing buddy. And what this does is it just eliminates static and fingerprints and such, so that when you put your embossing powder isn't going to stick where you don't want it to. So I've got that there, and I have my Versamark. So let's see. I think I'll do Peace on Earth. So I haven't used Peace on Earth before this stamp, so I am going to have to clean it. You always clean a new stamp to eliminate any manufacturing residue. Gosh, words are coming hard to me today. Words are coming hard to me today. I'm like struggling. All right, so I've got the Versamark. I just want to make sure my stamp is dry. And I'm going to really ink it up well. I probably should use my Stamparatus. It's probably not a bad idea. Since it's a new stamp, we'll try it. If it doesn't work, we'll redo it with a Stamparatus. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp it right here. And I'm going to use white embossing powder. So I've got my card, and I'm just going to use the white embossing powder. There, so that looks nice. Get that out of the way. All we need is a disaster. And I need my heat tool, which is not plugged in. Okay. Okay, sorry for the noise. I'm just going to let it heat up for a second. Then you'll be able to see it as it starts melting. You'll be able to see the color change. It'll go from flat to shiny. There, you can see it's starting to change. There we go. That never gets old. Love it, love it. Okay, I just need my dies. My Christmas labels dies. Didn't plan this very well, did I? I didn't plan it at all, let's be honest. Okay, so I do fly by the seat of my pants. That's how I roll. So let's see, what is that going to fit in there? Nope. Is this going to fit on there? Yep. Okay, so let me grab my mini cut and emboss machine. And I'm just going to trim away this. Okay, put that over there. My little plates are here. Okay. So in the mini machine, you really just need your base plate, which is the white one. You can see how well used mine is, poor thing. And 2 of the number 2 cutting plates. So I'm going to pop this on here. And I am going to pin it down with a little bit of washi tape. Just to keep it from moving while I'm running it through. Okay. So just run this little guy through. And there we have our label. Now these labels are so cute. They have little extra cuts in them to give the labels like texture. So if you look at this one, you can see all the little like cut areas. But you know what I'm going to do, I think? I'm going to trim away, yeah, I'm going to trim away the extraneous little lines because they're not grabbing me. So let's get rid of that. So you can see where it's pre-cut here. I'm going to cut all of that away just because I can. So basically what I'm doing is I'm just nipping where it's attached like that. So it's just a little snip here and there. So it's just, you know, it's one way of getting more bang for your buck with your dies, just using different parts of the die. There. So I like that better. It's not as big because this is kind of a delicate card, right? So we want to keep it that way. So I'm going to pop this here like that. I'm going to put it on dimensionals. So let's pop these up on dimensionals. I could use black dimensionals, but I don't have any on my desk at the second, so I'm just going to use these. There. Love it. And bling, of course, you can't not have any bling. So let me check over here. This is my traveling bling. Reminds me of the traveling. Okay, so my video froze and stopped. So without realizing that I had frozen and stopped, I continued on. So here is the final card that we did with the first one, the poinsettia print off. And then this is the one that Doreen did. So I just put a little bit of Wink of Stella. I'm not sure if you can see, you can kind of see the glimmer there a little bit. And I put a couple of dots. These are the in color dots. Which ones are these? The 23 to 25 in color dots. I just used the petunia pop uh, little dots there. And then this was another one that I did. And this was, I'll show you which one I used here. That one. And I just used a deckled circle, cut out the circle, and turned it into a shaker card because you know me, gotta have a shaker card. And again, I just put a little bit of Wink of Stella on the flowers. And to color these, I used, what did I use? Pumpkin Pie and Real Red. And here I use Cajun Craze and Daffodil Delight. And then in the leaves, I used Garden Green and Granny Apple Green, I think, to color the leaves. And then, of course, I just used my aqua painter to blend all my colors. So that was the third card that I made. So I hope you enjoyed these. Feel free to comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'd love to have you as part of our watch list. And have a great weekend. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.